Before we start this review and reaction to a movie review, I just want to tell Jurassic Bob, hmm? No, Bob, I just had to sit here. I had to sit here basically for a full half day with this stupid thing plugged in. And my computer, when I finally unplugged it, it said it would run for 5 hours and 18 minutes. I am not joking. I should have taken a photo so I can show you guys. And yes, we will be watching the review on my phone. And I think I'm going to invite someone to the stream. Who's up, who's up, boy? Let me bring in the killer plant. See if he's awake. But yeah, guys, seriously, I find... And I'm now using this from now on. My alarm clock to take my morning meds went off 3 hours ago. I fell back asleep and I woke up like 9:56. Almost 3 hours later, I take my morning meds. Let me just plug this little doodad in. Hey, BioBeast.
Hey.
You have to do it with me?
Huh?
What's with your phone? What's with your phone?
I know it's keep shrinking.
Say you have to do a reaction with me?
Huh?
You have to do a reaction with me?
Yeah, sure.
And okay guys, me and BioBeast here will be reacting to the Super Mario Brothers movie. The movie. Yes, the one made in 1993.
I gotta use the bathroom.
And we will also, and we'll have... Hold up, let me wait for my co-host to come back. Boy, so many problems. But yeah, and this one has... In case you have not subscribed, subscribe to Lost Cineamassacre, subscribe to me, and subscribe to Biollante, the Killer Plant. I want you to give this video a like, because it has the nerve and the audacity to show the actual clips from the movie. There is one by the original Cineamassacre channel, but here's the issue. Here's the issue with the one by Cineamassacre, the one that James Rolfe does. It has no actual clips. The clips were removed. I don't know why. You guys ever plan on... Okay, we're here. We're back. Okay, BioBeast, I was telling them that the one by James Rolfe right here on Cineamassacre, that the clips were actually... The actual movie clips were removed from his version of version of the review. I don't know why. But guys, to me and everybody who has seen this movie, this is by far gonna be the worst video game movie adaptation of all time. That's next to first this one, and in my honest opinion, it's gotta be Doom. Because here's the thing. At least in this one almost has nothing. This Mario movie has nothing to do with the game. In Doom, near the end of the fucking film, it jumps straight to being exactly like the game. Huh? Why? And you know what, guys? We're actually going to be watching it on my computer. Oh, I need to keep an eye on this thing and keep a feel on this thing. And we will be doing it on my computer. I changed my mind. And I don't know why YouTube is so paranoid on. Yes, it says here. Thanks to Jody Burton for providing me with this video. If you want to help the Cinemassacre archive by providing links or videos, then follow this link. Ooh! Credit goes to Cinemassacre, the makers of these great videos. Think you can find the original version of the AVGM Rob the Robot? I could have swore there was one that said oh, here it is. 1 year ago by Death Brewer. Thank you. I missed the reviews with actual clips in them. God damn you, YouTube. Wow, dude. Did you have to be that harsh? And we will be watching this at 720 frames per second. Heavy ski. And with captions on. I pray the captions. I will wait for BioBeast to come back. Or the killer plant. Hey, buddy, you ready?
Yeah.
Hold up, I want to actually do a trick here. Hold up.
Have I not done a review of the Super Mario Brothers movie? I guess not. I've mentioned it in some of my videos, and I've talked about it off the record a lot. It's one of those conversation pieces. Everybody talks about this movie, but when was the last time we gave it a closer look? So let's see what it was about this adaptation that went so horribly wrong. This has been one of my most often requested movies, so this is very belated.
Oh, wait, I'm so
I just needed
some
time to get myself into the right mindset and view it for what it is. The last time I watched it fully.
Hold up.
May 28th, not belated, but the Super Mario Brothers movie? I guess not. I've mentioned it in some of my videos, and I've talked about it off the record a lot. It's one of those conversation pieces. Everybody talks about this movie, but when was the last time we gave it a closer look? So let's see what it was about this adaptation that went so horribly wrong. This has been one of my most often requested movies, so this is very belated.
I actually like using the actual
clips
from the movie
into the right
to
mindset
do a good
and view
review.
it for what it is. The last time I watched it fully was in the theater on May 28th, 1993. That was 20 years ago. Today, younger generations discover this movie as some weird artifact from the 90s. Hey, you know there was a Super Mario Brothers movie? I've actually gotten emails like that. And yeah, this movie was a big deal when it came out. It wasn't something that just passed by under the radar. It had lots of promotion and merchandise. I must have seen that commercial on TV like 1,000 times. Even Megadeth had a song on the soundtrack album. Of course, then the movie came out, it flopped, it faded into obscurity, and then with the advent of the internet, was resurrected into a cult phenomenon. It was the first time.
Oh yeah, guys, we're gonna have to do it on my phone. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Give me a moment here, guys. Jesus Christ.
So horribly wrong. This has been one of my most often requested. And the Wizard. Of course, then the movie came out, it flopped, it faded into obscurity, and then with the advent of the internet, was resurrected into a cult phenomenon. It was the first time a video game had ever been adapted into a feature live-action film. There were movies before it, like Tron, War Games, Cloak and Dagger, and The Wizard, which were movies about video games. The movie came out, it flopped, it faded into obscurity, and then with the advent of the internet, was resurrected into a cult phenomenon. It was the first time a video game had ever been adapted into a feature live-action film.
Let me know if you guys
There were movies before it, like Tron, War Games,
Let me know if you guys want me to remove the captions or not. Do you, Battle Beast? Do you want me to remove the captions?
No, it's okay.
I'm saying, like, do you want me to remove the captions?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. I'm increasing the quality because, yeah. And guys, I left a link down in the description below if you want to see the original version without me and BioBeast. Without me and BioBeast. Let me try one more time on my computer.
Time a video game had ever been adapted into a feature live-action film. There were movies before it, like Tron, War Games, Cloak and Dagger, and The Wizard, which were movies about video games, but this was the first adaptation of...
Oh my god, this is not gonna work.
Cloak and Dagger and The Wizard, which were movies about video games, but this was the first adaptation of a specific game. Imagine if you were a screenwriter assigned to the task of adapting this, and there was no pre-existing example of how to make a game into a movie. At face value, the game is two guys running around, hitting blocks, jumping on turtles, and getting mushrooms. What do you do with that? So the writers took many liberties and came up with their own story. It starts with the Super Mario Brothers music, the only time you ever hear it in the movie. And it's not a newly composed cinematic version, but instead just the same exact 8-bit music from the original game. It's just something to trick you into thinking that the movie's going to be like the game when it isn't at all. Then all of a sudden, we're getting an animated history lesson about the dinosaurs. No people went around hassling them because there weren't any people yet. Just the first tiny mammal.
Okay, guys, before we go any further, I want to see if I can find any version of this movie on YouTube to watch on my own. Super Mario Bros. Movie. Give me a minute here. Oh, yes. Look. Guys, I think I might have just found it. I think I might have just found it. If you type in Super Mario Bros. Movie, look up the one. Bobby, you were gonna be in for such a treat.
What?
Right here.
Oh.
And guys, here's what the trailer for the movie was gonna be like if you found the version that doesn't involve about dinosaurs. Hold up. Now I'm gonna actually lower the audio just to avoid copyright claim. Okay, if you pay attention closely to the sounds, listen. Sound that boing and that ding sound, that's from the video game. That boop boop boop, that's a warp pipe sound. Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper. This is the true version I recommend everyone look for if you want to watch this movie in its entirety. And subscribe to Super Nintendo Plushie. Oh, let's hear this. Let's see Yoshi. You want to see Yoshi? Bio Beast, you want to see Yoshi?
Yeah, sure.
That's what Yoshi looks like. He's so adorable. Isn't he adorable? Oh shit, I forgot I'm still streaming. Guys, I'm just showing random clips, okay? I'm not gonna show the entirety I'm not gonna show the entire movie and try to make a profit. Oop. And that's supposed to be Daisy.
Go ahead and say it.
Dennis Hopper as Bowser.
Dinosaur. Just don't move your hands around like a small wounded animal.
Okay,
You
cool.
must be the great Koopa.
They're taking quotes from the anime Super Mario Bros. Super Show, not from the video game, which is supposed to be Bowser.
That I am. Ruler of all that you see.
I think this is supposed to be Desert Land, the second world in the third Mario Brothers video game, except that spot right here is all about a city. Come on, where are you? Yoshi? Okay, let's go to Yoshi.
Both prisoners here, huh?
And listen to what Yoshi says, guys. He says Ma. I think Yoshi literally said Ma. Kind of like Mama.
I guess we're both prisoners here, huh?
And he's so happy.
Of a specific game. Imagine if you were a screenwriter or assigned to the task of adapting.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here, but basically, this is by far the worst adaptation movie ever.
to do with the game, so why is it such a big part of the movie? The closest it comes to having any...
Hold up, let's see if we can finish the rest of the...
What is this movie's fascination with dinosaurs? Technically, Yoshi can be considered a dinosaur, so it makes enough sense that his live-action counterpart would be just that. A generic-looking dinosaur. Although the animatronics are pretty cool. You know how today everything's always about zombies and aliens? Well, back then in the early 90s, everything was always about dinosaurs. They were everywhere.
Don't make fun of
Mario
Barney.
Brothers was released at the height of this dinosaur craze, just a couple weeks before Jurassic Park came out. And when Jurassic Park came out, everybody forgot about the Super Mario Brothers movie pretty quickly.
No shit, because of the T-Rex.
So how else does the movie relate to the game? Well, the Goombas are the complete opposite. Instead of big heads with small, non-existent bodies, they have small heads with big bodies. It almost seemed like a conscious decision to make the movie as different as possible from the game. They're voiced by the unmistakable Frank Welker. Goombas aside, I really love these faces. I don't know how to put it. That just cracks me up. Remember Big Bertha, the giant fish from Super Mario Bros. 3? Well, in the movie, she's a bouncer at a bar who steals the meteor piece and wears it around her neck. Mario tries to get it back by dancing with her to distract her, and then...
What the fuck, Mario?
What the hell? Is that something you expect to see in the Super Mario Brothers movie? Remember the Thwomps, the living blocks that try to crush Mario? In the movie, Thwomp is a brand name given to Rocket Boots, a power-up that never existed in the games. Stores are
Actually, in my opinion, the Rocket Boots are part of the game. You just don't know it. Because how else were you supposed to jump on a Goomba's head if they're bigger than the tiny Mario that you start out on? And how can you jump as high as you can as Tiny Mario onto their heads? You need a pair of rocket boots like that.
Crush Mario. In the movie, Thwomp is a brand name given
Those
to Rocket
boots help.
A power-up that never existed in the games. The stores are full of them, so can anybody just grab these boots from the stand and go flying off? Oh, and they're powered by things that look like bullet bills.
They are.
There's your bullet bill reference. The only thing in the movie that does what it's supposed to, basically, is a bomb. Yes, there actually is a bomb in the movie, and it's pretty much like in the game, except it's wearing Reeboks.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
God damn it.
So, other than a bunch of references, the movie has almost nothing to do with the games and seemed to not take any faith in its source material. Understandably, this disappointed many of its hardcore fans. Nintendo didn't have any creative input on the project. It was one of those rare moments when somebody else entered into an agreement with Nintendo and was able to do something like this. This was a mistake that could never be repeated. Today, people take video game movies way more seriously. And if Nintendo had produced the film themselves, maybe it could have been done properly. And in 20 years since, they've never tried again. It scarred them that much. I was wondering what Shigeru Miyamoto thought of this movie, so I was able to dig up a comment where he said, "The movie may have tried to get a little too close to what the Mario Brothers video games were, and in that sense, it became a movie that was about a video game rather than being an entertaining movie in and of itself." To a certain extent, I think that's true, but I think that it is its own movie, and if it were any more different from the game, it would have shared no connection with it whatsoever except for the title. It's kind of like the American Godzilla movie from 1998.
We don't talk about that,
The rights from Toho to make
James.
this travesty, which had nothing to do with Godzilla and was more like any other generic reptilian monster movie. When I saw the Super Mario Bros. Movie as a kid, I wasn't so concerned about it being like the game. There were no other video game movies to compare it to, and all the years since being critical of it, I've actually forgotten how much I wanted it to be different from the game. It's like going from the Batman TV show to the movie. It was a fresh new approach, and that's how things keep us interested as we grow older. We need them to become more badass. The same goes for Ninja Turtles. Most of us first got hooked on the animated series, which was more kid-friendly than the comics. Then the movie came out and blew our fucking balls off. It was darker, and for lack of better words, it's just badass. So I expected the Super Mario Bros. Movie to be a badass version of the games. Sure, it was a little darker and a little more adult in tone, but misguided. So what was misguided about it? Was the source material too difficult to translate into a movie?
Yeah.
It was done fairly well in all the different animated Super Mario Bros. TV shows, so maybe you can say it just didn't translate well to live action. I think the biggest problem is the setting. It's not set in any kind of environment that we recognize from the games. And keep in mind, Super Mario World was out by now. They had plenty of time to establish the familiar fantasy.
Sorry if my hand keeps shaking.
And the movie just completely threw that all out the window. Sure, they have interpretations of all the characters and certain.
At least they got the uniforms right in the movie.
You have nothing. That's not to say I didn't like the world that the movie created. It's a dystopian, futuristic city reminiscent of Blade Runner. I noticed the Blade Runner similarity on my own.
But guys, you have to admit, they have the uniforms correctly. Mario wears red and blue overalls, and Luigi wears green and blue overalls. You have to admit, that's the one thing these guys got correct. And Mario wore his hat correctly. Luigi apparently did not. And here's the funny thing. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo both say, after they got done with this movie, this was the worst thing they ever did as actors. This is the worst thing they've ever done. This is the worst film they've ever been in, and that's probably why Bob Hoskins drank so much during the film of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You have to admit, Killer Planet, that's probably why Bob Hoskins drank so much in that movie. Am I right?
Right.
But then I found out that lots of people have compared it to Blade Runner, and the production designer is David L. Snyder, who just happened to be the art director on Blade Runner. Super Mario Brothers has a surreal quality that makes it
red.
Can you think of any other movie that has so much fungus?
Red and blue overalls and green and blue overalls.
Lots of people have compared it to Blade Runner, and the production designer David L. Snyder, who just happened to be the art director on Blade Runner. Super Mario Brothers has a surreal quality that makes it unique. Can you think of any other movie that has so much fungus?
See, guys, this is what I mean. This is about the best thing they could do in the movie is the costume for the bros. Mario wears red and blue, and Luigi, his big bro, green and blue. Red and blue, green and blue.
And I have to mention the ending. It's a cliffhanger.
Daisy! You gotta come with me, I need your help!
What's wrong?
You're never gonna believe this.
I believe it. You do? I believe.
Was there anyone else out there who actually thought there was going to be a sequel? There wasn't. And I'm still hanging on. This is one of those endings that everybody likes to laugh at. Like, that's how the movie ends. But wait, that's not how the movie ends. Just wait till after the credits.
We have a very exciting proposal.
A video game based on your many adventures.
What would you call it?
The Super Cuba Cousins.
Yeah, now you know what you missed. So how does this movie hold up after 20 years? About the same. It's a terrible adaptation, but if you can distance yourself from it being a Super Mario Brothers movie, you can get some enjoyment out of it. It's definitely watchable. It's not a total bore. It's not a great movie by any means, but it's not as bad as its reputation. Maybe it shouldn't have been called Super Mario Brothers and just been its own movie. But then again, if it wasn't called Super Mario Brothers, you probably wouldn't be. It's not as bad as its reputation. Maybe it shouldn't have been called Super Mario Brothers and just been.
I'm guessing these are supposed to be Koopa Troopers? That's what I'm getting from this guy. This is supposed to be a Koopa Trooper. What do you guys think in the chat and comments? Oh, speaking of comments, let's see the chat really quick. And I don't know why YouTube keeps asking me about this stupid survey, which I took at 1:53 this morning. Why do they keep on asking me to do it after I've already done it? Knock it off. I already did your stupid survey to help make YouTube a better place. I'm not bullying YouTube, Jurassic King, okay? Get off my case. Hey, Space Godzilla. Yes, it's a full movie. There is a full movie for this movie. What made Jurassic King think I was bullying him and YouTube? All I said, Jurassic King, was that I took the damn survey early this morning, like near 2 o'clock. See, I'll show you Killer Plant. He thinks I'm bullying him and YouTube. I'm getting so sick and tired of people thinking I'm bullying them.
Its own movie. But then again, if it wasn't called Super Mario Brothers, we probably wouldn't be talking about it today. So the name, if anything, just helps preserve this movie. It's a time capsule of the 90s. Remember that thing? I used to have one of those. Hours of fun. And on a more serious note, in the alternate dimension, a damaged World Trade Center can be seen. Watching it today gives us a grim reminder to what happened in 2001, but also a reminder to the more carefree and innocent time when we were naive enough to think nothing like that could ever happen. Only in the movies. So, you can see this movie through a nostalgic filter or through a critical filter that the internet's helped with. I say, see it for yourself. See it for what it is, and always trust the fungus.
Trust the fungus.
Yeah, and guys, I will leave another link down for the re-edited version of the movie. Oh boy, another link. I gotta leave another link. Super. I don't want to learn. Oh, that's cute. You wanna know what I think's cute that I just found, Battle Beast?
Yeah? What?
Look at the third thing.
Yeah, I see you.
Oh my god, that's funny as all hell. I had that movie, but it's in my unit. That is a fucking badass movie. I might react to that entire thing all in one go. That is actually a good anime adaptation. But you know, it's something different. Blue and yellow, red and blue. Help us make YouTube better. We want to know what being a creator on YouTube is like for you. Oh my god, if you don't get that damn survey shit out of my face, I'm gonna beat you guys. I really pray to God that there is no way in hell people have the nerve to do all the cutscenes for the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time game without getting copyright claimed by Nintendo. And I've tried mentioning to Renegade Media Group that streamed the N64 version of the game, guys. I tried telling them they're bound to get copyright striked or claimed by Nintendo of America and Japan, but they don't want to listen. So you know what? When they get two claims or strikes on their channel, I'll tell them, hey, you assholes had the chance to stop, but no. There we go. Okay, guys, I left a link. I left this link for the re-edited movie. That good enough. So, BioBeast or Killer Plant, what you got to say about this movie? Do you think it's well worth finding and watching or not?
I feel like watching it.
Huh?
I feel like watching it.
Well, if you ever want to, buddy, I left a link for you and everyone who watches this reaction review. I left a link down in the description below for the original version that shows the actual clips, and I left another link down in the description below for the re-edited version by Super Nintendo Plushie. Be sure to subscribe to them, to the two channels that I left a link for each video. Subscribe to me and actually subscribe to Killer Plant here and to me. And be sure, if you ever do come back on my streams, guys, be sure to be nice and not be hateful. I wonder what the critic thinks of this movie. What the nostalgia critic thinks of this movie. Let me look. And he actually has found the animated version. And he says that the animated version is just as good as the original one. That, yeah, don't watch the one by that guy with the glasses that may have been. Look for the one that says Season 1, Episode 6 by Channel Awesome. Then he did the Howard the Duck video. All right, Doug, what you got?
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. You know, Hollywood has a talent for taking symbols of our cherished childhood and smashing them into indescribable amounts of fecal matter, and nowhere is that more prominent than in the horrors of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The game, about two Italian plumbers who rescue a princess from a dragon, was such a huge hit that they put it on everything. Candy, magazines, comic books, the works. So it only figured to put together a Super Mario Bros. Movie as quickly as possible. And when we saw the trailer for this movie, we realized it wasn't just Super Mario Bros. It was Super Mario Bros. On steroids. I'm serious, dude. This movie was packed with flamethrowers, rocket boots, giant monsters, and a badass-looking city. So naturally, we got hyped. It was opening day, there were lines around the block, and we were ready to see the badass action film of the year. We sat down in our seats, and the film began. Alright, the traditional Mario music. This is gonna be just like the game!
A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. They were big, so not a lot of people went around hassling them.
Yeah, I'm not lying. You're not hearing. You're not. This is not edited. This is literally how the original movie began. Only the re-edited version, where you added the trailer showing the trailer. You add the original music, and then you add the trailer for how the movie was going to happen. That's the part I left a link down in the description below.
You know, it just don't get no better than this.
Then a giant meteorite struck the Earth. Goodbye, dinosaurs.
Oh my god. I would try my hardest to find an alternate version of this movie, guys, but I don't think that's possible. You know what? I can't take it anymore. I'm going to end this review here. What you got to say, BioBeast?
Huh?
What have you got to say, like, to the people that's been watching this whole time?
Yeah, I like to be watching it all the time. So I was watching I always watching it at nighttime.
I'm saying, like, anything you got to say, like some inspiring words about your channel to help them subscribe more?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys love Godzilla PlayStation 4 videos, check this guy out. He is amazing at it. And how the hell can you tell how the hell can you tell when there's a life bar on you or not? That's the one thing that most people ask when they think about the PS4 Godzilla game.
Hey, you want it?
They always want to know, like, where the fuck's the life bar? There was no life bar. And yeah, Angry Joe himself has actually asked this question, like, where the fuck's the life bar? Do you know, buddy? Because I apparently don't. I've tried my best to figure it out, and I can't even do it. Or do you have some instinct about knowing how to just fight without getting killed?
Actually, I didn't get killed.
Huh?
Actually, I didn't get killed.
You didn't get killed, or you did?
I didn't.
So you're telling me you don't even know where the health bar indicator is?
Wait, huh?
I was now just talking about a health bar that shows like how much health you've got left per fight.
Oh, right.
Do you know where the health bar indicator is?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind. But guys, seriously, if you love Godzilla videos that are video games, check out Godzilla. Bleh, not Godzilla. Check out Biollante, the Killer Plant here. But if you also love Godzilla figure animation videos, check out my channel as well. Be sure to subscribe to both of us, and we will see you in the next video. Right, buddy?
Right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.